everyone, I hope you all are having a great day. It's ReZoura hitting you with a DMC 5 video, but it's quite shocking because this particular video is very different. Now, we're going to talk about DMC 6. I know. DMC 6. How in the hell am I going to talk about something that's probably not even going to happen? Well, on recent social media encounters, I follow Johnny Longbosh on Instagram, of course, and majority of the whole cast. Now, Johnny Longbosh took to Instagram, right? And he has said, quote unquote, have you picked up or played DMC 5? And do you want a DMC 6? Of course, everyone was just like, oh my god, this is crazy. You know, what are you saying? Why would you say that? And so there was DLC rumor, of course, and the anime festival. Not to mention, I've been keeping tabs. I do watch JoJo Wi-Fi. Keeping tabs on the interviews that he has done with Dan. Dan was very tight-lipped about majority of the things that he was going to say. Of course, JoJo already knows that NDAs are very exclusive. Cannot say anything. So, of course, he really didn't ask the questions, but obviously Dan gave him a straightforward answer. If you ask me anything that I've already answered, I'm going to short answer you. With this being said, I'd like to point out that DMC 6 story would initially take place when Dante and Vergil go into the underworld to cut down the roots of the Qliphoth tree. Now, there are a few antagonists that we have to look at. The first one is Arkham. The second is Mundus, of course. Now, this one's far-fetched, but we also have Sparda. Sparda, we've yet to see his face, and I know that this may not be anything particularly interesting to anyone else, but I've always wanted to see what Sparda particularly looked like. Of course, we have Nivan in DMC 3 who had told us that Dante looked really a lot like his father. So, of course, you can say that Dante and Vergil are really a split image of both Eve and Sparda. With this being said, I would love to take note that we have these three antagonists. Possible. We can really take it with a grain of salt with Sparda. But at the initial point I'm getting at right now is who's going to be the next Demon King? Who's going to run hell? What's going to go on? Because as we see, the demons are attacking among their free will. With this being said, remember what Griffin had said. He had said that they are no longer bound by Vergil's thoughts. Meaning, Vergil was taking control of them. They didn't have any free will, so they had to help. But now that V has pretty much reunited with himself, also known as Vergil, that these particular beings are no longer bound to them at all, whatsoever. There is no Demon King anymore, so they can do whatever they want. With this being said, all the demons are running crazy in the underworld, probably still inside Red Grave City. This all adds up to the next chapter. The way Hideaki Itsuno had ended the series, whatever you want to say, it's an open-ended thing for a DLC or a new ending. So we have the Trish and Lady ending cutscene. Then we have Nero, right? Nero has this book. The book V was carrying. So why initially would Vergil give Nero this book? Not to mention, Vergil said that the next time they fight, he's not going to lose. So with that being said too, there's just a lot to tie up with this story. The next chapter could be a lot. It can be probably one of the best games within the franchise, I would say. There's a lot that they can take from this. But yeah, I wanted to cover this. Wanted to put my input on all of this and just get a good idea of what everyone would want in terms of content or even the next chapter. So yeah, Johnny Longbosh on Instagram and posting something so pivotal as that is very interesting, as all of you might say. This about wraps up the video. Do tell me your thoughts, and I would like to see them, and we should really get a discussion going. There's a lot to discuss. The majority of you are very fascinated with this DLC rumor and all this stuff, and Gamescom, yada yada yada, so we will see. Good time. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. But, you know, take everything with a grain of salt, as I said in my last video. It's been ReZoura. Everyone, I hope you'll have a great day. Peace.